Established steps. So in the last class, what we had a discussion, we had a discussion about the how the asset management is there in the system. So how it was configured and what we have to do all the stuff. Today the next topic is the service now is the service portal. What is service portal and what it consists of and what are the different things we have to do and all other we can do for a here. So now what we have to do it is service portal is nothing but it's a portal where we have prior to service portal they use a content management system which is a self-service portal. So here for example, if I go here, for example, I think the self-service portal they have disabled here. Earlier they used to have a self-service portal, so that we can use the same thing. Today, the service portal is nothing but if I open the service portal, basically this is an out of the box. So service portal is nothing but whenever the user is logged in, if you want to speak specific things further to the same thing one. Why we need a service portal is nothing but in a company there are other people will come like HR people will come, business users come, ITL users will come. There is a lot of different people who come, vendors will come. So everyone wanted their own specific portal so that we can, so that they can see the data in there as per their request. So it's not show, so we cannot show the unnecessary data to the any user. So here what we are suggesting is we will create a one service portal and from that we can do the same thing one. So if I go to the create a portal, so here if I open portal, so this is the standard service portal. Standard service portal. So in that, if you want to, we can create a one. We can create it, or else if you don't want to, what we had good is we can create a new portal. So create a new portal. I'm just making IT help desk. So this is the IT help desk. So if I create this one IT help desk, it will come like this one. If I give the prefix, whatever we are giving the prefix, if I give this one, the portal will come like this one by default. So since we have not added anyone, so we need to add another thing. So for example, if you need to add a home page is index. There is already home page was there. So if you want to, we can add a home page and knowledge. So knowledge kb underscore u2 and whatever it may be the login page. What are the login page? We can give the landing page. If you want to, we can give any icon for this one logo. I don't know. We have any logo. Okay. So I'm just downloading one sample logo. See, if I open this one sample logo, here. And if I open the icon also, so this is the one. And login page 404 is nothing but if it's the error page, so we can go for a 404. And catalog home page we are not giving, what is a header. So header we can give sp header page menu. So theme, what is the theme we want to, right now we have a lot of themes here. So for this one lajola theme is we have already used it. If you want to we can use it, or else so I'm just making csm default theme. So this is the information. So now what I'm going to do is if I save this one, let's see what happens. Now what we have created, we just created a portal. So if you reload this one, see the portal will come like this one. This is a csm theme. So in the csm theme it will come like this one. Or if you change the theme to lajola or somebody, so for example if I change the theme to lajola, if you see this one, it will come like this. See, this information will be there. Or if you change the theme to any other one, for example, so customer service, for example, if I save this one, so it will be different for the same. See, the color is changed. So like that, whatever we want, we can change the one. So for example, if I give as a workspace Lazola, so there is some difference between the Lazola and this, like that. Or else, if you want to, we can create a new theme and we can say the same thing also. See, so Lazola theme, this is the workspace view will not be the same. 1 minute. Yeah. So now, yeah. Now, like that, what are the theme we can? Basically, we use mostly is the Lazola theme. If you, or else if you don't want to the theme, we can use the, or else if you don't want to this one, you can create a new theme here. So for example, theme, see there is a new theme was there. What are the theme we want, we can create a new theme. So service portal themes, these are the standard themes. If you want to, we can create a theme. So for example, portal theme, we can give portal, and what is the header we want to, we can give the header here. So what are the header we can give it. So I'm just giving stock header, so that's a simple one. And footer, what are the footer we required, we can give the footer for this one. So if I use this one as a portal theme, now it has been input. Now if I go to this one portal, if I use this portal theme, see, because the headers we have given is, see, this also the second portal header is given, since we use the same thing. So here what happened, here we have given the same footer and same header for the same thing. If I give the footer is different, for example, employee center, CSM unified footer. and save this. See, if you give this one like this, it will come like that. Whatever we are given the theme, it will come automatically the values for the same thing. So this is the basic thing how we can do it. And once you have created a portal, you want to add a something one or you want to remove it. So here you don't want to this one get help. So for example, you don't want to get help this one. So how we can do this one? If you don't want to it, just right click configure here, page in designer, control alt. So if you don't want it, control alt and right click, it will show the complete this one. So you want to change the background, for example. So this is the container, you want to change background. So the right now this is the image. If you want to upload a fresh image which you have downloaded, see, it will come like this one. So whatever we required, we can change it to the as per the our convenient for the same thing. Or else if you don't want to anything, you want to the out of the box things, container background, delete and save here. It will come as a background for this here. So this is the one here we can read. Like that we can change it one. So I don't want to this one or change one. Page in designer. Here I don't want to anything. So here this is the one. Here what happened? I don't want to this get help. If I don't want to get help, we just click here and delete it. Yes. And try to reload the page. If you reload this page, this get help will not be visible. And you want to add one more thing here. So if you want to add one more thing here, so you can go to the filter a widget, something my approval, something here. I just want to add a my request. Come here and drag it here and just reload the page so that it will add the same thing here. See, my request is just here the same thing. So like that, how many things we want to, we can add the same thing from the page designer. So here you don't want this one, you can remove it. But right now, removing this one is not a good practice for it. So here, what are the theme we want it? We can add the same thing. So or else if you don't want this my request, just click here. Or else if you want to edit this icon, you can edit it. What does the pay? How many items it will show? It will do is you can change to one. And if you don't want to this one, we can delete this one. Wait, I think yeah. Here from here we can delete this one. If you delete it, so it doesn't show here. So see, like that we can configure. These are all things how we require or how we want to see it in a simple thing. Now the next step here is how we can add a widget. What is a widget? So widget is nothing but we can create a one. So for example, here the request for something, here it is a widget, and knowledge base is an widget here as well. So we want to create one widget which shows the incidents which was assigned to the user. For example, if you want widget, so it's already there. So if you want to one, so there is already incident standard actions there. So this is the screen visa run. See here we have written the incidents, what are the things we can. So we want to add this widget to the system. So what we can do is this, we can add it here, right click in the pages we have already right. So incident standard actions and save this and try to reload. Okay, see, these are the incidents which are for the all, we can open the same thing here. So or else if you delete this one, it doesn't show anything. I think this for this one there is no data as added, so that's the reason it was not showing here. So this is the one we can edit. So here whatever we want to, we can add a something one. For example, catalog home search. If I open this catalog home search here and add here, so like that, what are the already created widgets? If you want to use it, you can use the same thing here. See how we can help. And here the browse by category. If I click on here, so earlier we created that headphones requested headphones. The same concept. You can select a user. So here from this here also, user can raise a request and he can do the same thing. So once you have submitted, it will be the things which may have to do for it. So if it is request is created, immediately an RITM will automatically created. So here the RITM is created. From that we can do for the same here. Just give a minute. Laptop charging is low. Yeah. So like that, we can create a user can submit a request. For example, if you want, you can see it. Go to the request. You can see what are the requests associated with the logged user. So like that, we can set these are all out of the box. If you want, we can use it, or else if you don't want to use it, we can create a new ones so that we can do that. So this is the fundamental basics, and now we can see how we will create a widget in the service now and how to use the widget for the same thing. So the widget is nothing but what are saying everything is a widget. So for example, if I see here, there is a lot of widgets was there. So in those widgets, what we have to do it is, So basically, there is out of the box widgets we cannot modify in the system. So if you want to modify system, we need to clone it, and from that cloning, what we have to do it is we have to execute the same other thing for the here. So which means here. So it will be the here it will be the cloning the widget. Right now it doesn't have the widget. So for example, if I see anything here, for example here, so everything is a widget here. So whatever we are creating here. For example, we have a contextual search. For example, if you want to contextual search is nothing but it's a search which will be used for the same thing one. Since it is out of the box widget, we cannot modify the code or something. We can code it sometime, but it will affect the other functionality. What the basically what we will do is we will do the clone the widget and we can use for a something, and here we can show it one. So right now what happened, I'm just going to add this to the here. I'm just going to remove this one. Contextual search con. Yes. If I open, the widget will come here. If I press. So I think contextual search we cannot show it here. So we can show it in a down only. Where is this? If you want to, we can see preview also here. I think this contextual search some limitation here. So that's the reason it was not showing. That's okay. We can leave it. Now the thing was how to clone a widget. If I want to use the widget, you can use it, or else if you don't want to use it, so I will open one useful widget. So for example, it's a customer registration. You want to add this one since it is a global. So this is the out of the box one. So we cannot clone it. So what we can do is we can clone this widget. So it will come as a copy of this one will come, and if I want seeing everything will be copied the same thing here. So here if you want to we can make any modification. So for example it's a customer, right? So I'm just making vendor title, vendor registration, or we can add a something one, we can add the same thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to save this one. So here what happened, I'm just adding that widget here, customer, what is this, customer registration, right? So customer registration, if we reload, it will be like this one. So it will come like this one. Now what I supposed to do it is, for example we have created a new widget here. So that is a not a customer, so we have created a vendor registration. So what we are supposed to do it is we are supposed to do delete it. Let me reload. Okay, so this is the copyright. Okay, I'm just marking this one as a vendor registration. So few of the why we have to do this, few of the items we cannot copy the same thing here. I think that name is not yet updated. So copy of customer one. So now if I reload, the vendor registration will come. Here what happened, the first name you can use it. So user first name, user last name, business email, like that we need to change it. So here there is a code is there. Here the right, the first name the for right. So we can write this one as a here the label. So here the label is what we are supposed to do it is uh, user first name first first. Here also we can add a user. And this is the one. And next one the business email, right? We can add a text here, user business email, and after that what we have user registration code, and this is the one, and are the stuff. And what I'm supposed to do it is I'm supposed to save this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to reload this one. See what are the text we have given, it will come like this one. So I agree the cup and the community. So whatever we are given, so you can come here and we can do for the same thing here. So like that we will create a widget, and in that widget we can modify the data which should. But since that is an out of the box, we cannot do anything. So out of the box, if you are not anything, what we have to do it is we can go for a things to show it. So that's the one. So like that we can create a widget. So here also we can control, so which user can do it, which user cannot. If you're not given any user, so that what happen, it will use for the any user can do it. Or else if you give any particular user in the sense, we are supposed to do a particular user, admin or any ITL user, so it will display the same thing here also one. So that is the basic thing how we will do for the same thing here. Now this is the one. So like that, this is the code we are using the data. So here if you want to, you can give it as a, this is the customer registration table we have it. Or if you want to see the first name, the set value where we are use it, we can go for a same thing one. Whatever we are added, we can write the same thing. So request has been submitted. So right now what I am going to do it is we are then going to, I'm not a robot, I agree. So test user, test dot user @gmail.com. Registration code something 555. If I submit, what happened here is, oh my god, is already user is there. Okay, so I think the registration code we don't know what I given. If we not empty the registration code, so the registration code we don't know what are the registration code we wanted. Let me check the registration code. What are they given? I think in the back end they have given a registration code. So that's the reason the code is not accepted here in the widget. So okay, so what I'm going to, we can just go to this one. Use any other thing. We can check for this one. Okay, this registration code is there, right? So we has use this box box you. Okay, I think company code which you are giving the backend. So we have to go. Now what happened? Now the request has been submitted. If that request is submitted, what is supposed to do it is, if I refresh it, so the issues come. If I open, so it is waiting for the approval. If I open, wait, I think it is waiting for the approval. That's okay. It's a backend one. So it is approval. So for example, if I go to the approval, approval, so it should be waiting for approval. Just now, right? So if I open this one, I think this approvals is not added. If you want, you can add from the related list. So related list you can hold it. No approvals. Okay, you can check this one later. So if I approve, then what happens? So this user will automatically add in the system. If I reload, so if user, and if you check that in the user table, so this record will exist here. See, this is the user exist, and if you check that emails, see here, the customer request is processed. User will send you the notification for the same thing. If you check that review, the username and the some random password will be created, will be generated. So this is about how the simple thing we can check in the portal. This service portal is a version. So if you learn something, it will be a long term, it will be a lengthy one. But these are the basics how we can create a widget on this term, how we can add to the portal. I hope we clear or any confusion. Hello, sorry. Yes, so that should be completely on the depending upon the requirement and the code. So if you have some knowledge in the Angular also HTML, so that you can easily do it. In the parallel, you can learn this Angular and the HTML CSS codes also in parallel. Okay, so that's the topic one. So today's task is just create a new portal and add a different headers and different widgets. Change all these to so as per the requirement. So any questions on this? Very good. Any questions on the previous topics? Okay. If no other questions, we can wind up the session. We'll meet tomorrow. You'll join.